What is going on, guys? Basco Show here. Welcome back to a new Shadow Legends video where we're gonna talk about Ice Golem Stage 10 hard mode speed farming, guys. And in my opinion, guys, Ice Golem is one of the toughest, if not the toughest dungeon to conquer, because there is so much RNG involved, and if you want to do a speed farm team, there is always chance you might fail. And also to do a full auto run where you don't do anything is very hard. There is many teams out there that speed farming, but you need to click on the boss when you get to the final stage. But I managed to make a team that is full auto and you don't have to click anything, and that's crazy. So I'm gonna showcase this team today. I basically did this new record with this new team, 55 seconds, 22 turn. It's crazy, guys. I normally run this team, and this team is very good, is reliable enough, and also allow me to bring 2 full champions with me. But the only problem is that if I get bad RNG, I might fail like some runs because I get a heal reduction on my drag, I get a decreased defense on him like a 3%, or I proc the secret skill of the boss and the boss just nuke my walking tomb drum. So I think a few days ago while I was doing a mission for Marius, I failed 3 runs in a row, and I wasn't happy, so I decided to change my teams. And I want to show you something here on the team of the week. I noticed that I have 2 teams that are made in this area. So the first one is here, and this team, I built this team almost 1 year ago. This is the first video that I made about Shadow Legend on my YouTube channel, and I can recognize the gear set. I have the Benita that I use in the clan modes with the exact same sets, and my Acrisia I used to have any little perception, but now I have it in 9 pieces of Slayer. And if you come over here, you might notice my Acrisia with the 9 pieces of Retalos, and this is the other Manita that I have with the 3 sets of Ratios, and now I introduce Siegfried in this team. So this team is not fully auto because you need to click the boss since we're using that. But the MVP of this team is Siegfried, basically, because Siegfried is becoming the best wave clearer in the game. I've seen some crazy build on him that he literally one-shot everything, but also his passive allow him to make sure that your team doesn't die. You're not gonna die at the boss because he's gonna proc his passive, revive you, put the block damage on your team. You don't really need many that here. You can bring another champion that can place block debuff. You don't need the unkillable. He's gonna do everything for you. So this team is super fast, guys, and I managed to make it into the team of the week by only running like a few days ago. I probably done like 30 run, was kind of like 100%. As far you click on the boss, you're not gonna die. But now I made another team, and this team is crazy. I'm gonna show you right now, and it's this one right here. I basically swapped the nut for 2 royal guards, and because I have pretty much AoE damage now, I don't have to click the boss ever. And let me also tell you something, like once we're gonna get Marius, the champion right here, Marius has a triple AoE that does enemy max HP damage. So that means that once we get him, it probably is gonna take me, I think, another 2 months to get him. So unfortunately I can't showcase this anytime soon. But once we get him, we can swap the 2 royal guard for him. So we can put him, we can basically remove one of the royal guard, and we can introduce another damage dealer. So a lot of people don't have Siegfried, right? So if you can free the royal guard, you can use another damage dealer, and you can bring Manita in this slot. So you can eventually do this without Siegfried. Another question goes, what about if you don't have Acrisia? Well, if you don't have Acrisia, you need to put Marius in this slot, but then you have to bring Manita in this slot here, but then you have to make sure that you kill the waves with Marius and the 2 royal guard, and this might be quite challenging. Maybe you need to use stun set on all these champions to make sure you don't die. But like I say, it's a topic that I'm gonna leave when I'm gonna get my hands on him so I can do proper testing. For now, I just gotta showcase this. Like you can see, it's not a budget team, but I think it's the first world team that can defeat Has Golem 100% without touching the screen. There are some things that I should change in order to make this team even better. I need to use him on the leader spot. At the moment, I don't have Acrisia with 100% critical rate, so that's why I need to use Acrisia. But technically, it's better if I have him or even the Royal Guard at the front so I can get the better aura. I'm gonna show you a run right now, and then I'm gonna show you the AI preset, because if I can get a bit more extra damage on Siegfried, I can one-shot the wave without using the A2 of Acrisia. That's the issue that I have right now, that sometimes Acrisia get to the boss without this A2 available, because I'm so fast in killing the waves. I'm gonna show you right now. So probably this one's not gonna be a one shot because I didn't have decreased defense on the champion, but it's fine. And actually, because I didn't one shot them, I got the extra turn with Acrisia. So now Acrisia has his A2 available, and what are gonna happen? I'm gonna open up with the A2 from the Royal Guard, and I'm not gonna proc the first threshold, and then Acrisia is gonna proc it. The boss kill everybody. He revive with block damage, and now I'm gonna reset, and I'm gonna attack. There is a risk that this Royal Guard gets the freeze, but my Acrisia has a lot of resistance. She's never gonna get the freeze unless I get the 3%, but it's fine, and that's it. So this is 49 second, 40 turn. It couldn't be faster, but like you can see, is kind of 100%. Even if I lose someone on the waves, it's fine, because as far as Sigrid is alive and I get to the boss, it's just gonna revive everybody. So it's very, very safe. I'm gonna do it again and see if we get unlucky with something, and I want to show you that it's kind of safe. If things go as planned, this team is always gonna do the same thing, but I need to, like I said, get a bit more damage on Sigmund, so I'm not gonna have to rely on him to be lucky. And for example, here I didn't one shot the waves, right? So let's see what happened now. So see if it's gonna go in, it's gonna get extra turn. And even if we lose a few champions here, as far we don't lose Siegfried, it's fine, because it's gonna revive them in this wave anyway. So let's have a look what happened there. We lost, I mean, we let the minions in the second wave take a turn, and I think it's fine. So I revive everybody, and now I'm gonna reset. Okay, yeah, it's fine. Probably gonna get the freeze. Big AoE damage. And let's see, once Acrisia gets the extra turn. Okay, I got the freeze, but should be fine. She's strong anyway. That's it, 48 turn. Now let me show you the team where I use but before that, let me show you the AI preset before I forget. So we have Acrisia open up with the A2 in the first wave, but if you're too fast and you one-shot everything with Siegfried, you don't need to use the A2. Okay, keep this one because you need it at the boss. Like I said, my problem is that sometimes Acrisia doesn't get 3 turns before the round 3, and then she's not gonna have this available, and it's annoying, trust me. So you have to make sure that you have this skill available 100% of the time at the boss. So it's either you tune everything in a way that Acrisia gets 2 turns here, or you have to block it off and have enough damage on Siegfried. That's what I'm gonna do. And these are the stats on my Acrisia. I'm gonna show you the build at the end of all these champions that I'm gonna use in this showcase. So this is the total stat. I only have a bit of resistance in this dungeon. I think I got like 16 resistance. So these stats are kind of like the exact stats that I have on my gear. And then on the wave 2, see, I block everything and I prioritize number 1 on the A2. And then the Royal Guard, they're gonna do exactly the same thing. Nothing on the wave 1. Only a 1, opening with the 1 on wave 2, and then they're gonna use this skill in case someone survive, decrease the turn meter, You only need like 200 accuracy for the waves, so I think 220, but you know, it's good enough. And yeah, prioritize takedown on wave number 3 at the boss. And like I said, don't do 10%, so hold the damage a little bit. They need to do around 600k instead of 720. I think that's the cap. Don't do the cap, or you're gonna proc the secret skill before Acrisia gets the turn. So you wanna do like a 9%, and then Acrisia can do whatever she wants. If I'm gonna run this team in the future, I'm probably gonna increase the resistance to 350. I'm gonna get the resistant chest and resistant banner, so they're never gonna get the freeze. But then when I'm gonna use Marius, I'm probably just gonna use Acris and Marius, and I'm gonna bring another support champion here, or maybe someone that can put block debuff for the boss. And then Silbru is gonna use this skill only once, the 8-2 and the first wave. So basically, he's gonna open up with this, and then he's gonna use the nuking skill, the one that kill a target and does splash damage. You always have to hope that the target has decreased defense. I got 3 champions that can put decreased defense on the one, but if you have it with the 8000 attack, mine is at 7000 and I have 215 critical damage. So I'm planning to change this build to like 8000 attack and very close to 300 critical damage. I might lose some speed. So if I do that, I know I can just one-shot the waves, but I might just wait for the 4 stars. Hopefully it's gonna come up one day, so I can be at 314 critical damage, and I should be fine. So round 2, I open up with day 1, and then it's gonna use, I think, day 2, but maybe you get a lucky proc of the mastery and you can use this skill straight away. But otherwise it's usually A1, A2, A3, and then on the wave, the last wave, just use the A1 because you don't wanna proc the secret skill. Let's just say you do the AoE and then the real guy do like 9%. Maybe he did the 1%. So don't risk it, just use the 1. And Karma is just gonna use the 1 here, the A2 on the round 2, and open up with the 1, and then use Silo Magic because it's gonna be the first champion to go after Sigru revive everybody, and he's gonna use the Silo Magic to reset the Royal Guard and Acrisia. Now the next team I'm gonna showcase is gonna be this one, and it's gonna work in a similar way, but we need to target the boss. And this team is faster in terms of turn, but you gotta get the right damage again with Sigurd. Like I said in the first showcase that I did, if I don't one-shot the champion that I kill with the A3, yeah, they might just take a turn. So let's see what happened here. I'm gonna do the big hit, and now I'm gonna target this one. Okay, wow, so 14 seconds, we got to the boss, and we gotta select the boss. I almost forgot. So we do this, the boss is gonna proc the secret skill, but because we got the block debuff, it's gonna be okay. And then we're gonna do this, and then Chris is gonna go. Okay, she didn't have the A3 available, but that's fine. 21 and probably 22. That's it. That's how you get to 22 turn basically, and that's my best that I can do right now. It's kind of insane to see those low numbers now, because I never managed to get under a minute, and my record with the previous team, and my record used to be 27 turn, but even with that 27 turn, it used to take me like, I think, 1 minute and 10 seconds on a good run. Otherwise it would take me longer. So this is kind of nuts, if I have to be honest. I'm so excited because once we're gonna get Marius, I know I can do a team like this full automatic, because I can just use Marius here and I can get rid of the second nut, and I can put another support champion. Someone maybe they can help me with the waves, I'm not sure. So for me this is another way to get Marius as soon as possible, but those missions are so tough, and it might take me 2 months or even more. And then I'm gonna recreate the team right here, so because I cancel it. So we're gonna use Acrisia, we're gonna use the 2 man-eaters, and 0 as well. So 0 is somewhere here. We need also Keimer. That should be at the top. So we're gonna use this one because it's at 260 speed, and then the 2mm that should be in my vault, the one that I use in the clan boss. Here it is. So I'm gonna show you the preset. On wave 1 we can do whatever we want because we're gonna reset anyway. So we're gonna use the A2 of Acrisia, and then C is gonna open up with the Karma Burn. So C is gonna be the slowest champion. Karma just gonna do the A1, and then with the slow Menita we're gonna do the buff. So we're gonna put the Unkillable and the Blood Diva so Seer can steal those buff. We're gonna block this one just in case, and the fastest Menita at 265 speed, it's not gonna do anything. So we're just gonna block the A2 and the A3. Then we're gonna jump into the second run. Acrisia is not gonna do anything. We're gonna block both skill. Sid is always gonna use the Karma Burn, but this time what's gonna happen is that the fast Menita is gonna use the Unkillable, okay, and then because he's at 265 speed, Karma is gonna reset him. So I'm gonna select him at to be in between those two champions. So he's gonna reset the whole team, including the Menita that just used the Unkillable, and obviously he's gonna reset also the Menita that used the Unkillable here on the first wave. He's not gonna do anything, and because I got this Unkillable and the block Tiba from this Menita, he's gonna do enough damage to one-shot the waves. I'm gonna block this one just in case someone survives, so he's gonna use day 1 instead of using this skill. And then when we get to the boss, very important that we see you block everything. And Acrisia, we're gonna let it open with the A2. I believe we can use the A2. I think I used to run the 1 first, but I wanna try and use this skill first because I got Benita is gonna basically use the Unkillable on the first turn. So Benita is gonna use the Unkillable for 2 turns. This Benita here is gonna just open up with day 1 first, and then I'm gonna prioritize this skill, and then I'm gonna use this one last. So it should be fine like this. I'm gonna find out now. I don't know if I need to use this skill on the second turn or I can use it on the third turn. Let's see what's gonna happen. No, I think it has to be on the second turn because I think Acrisia is gonna lose the Unkillable. And then Karma just gonna prioritize this in case he gets this one back. And let's see, is it gonna be like this, or I need to open up with Acrisia, like use the 1 first turn, and then I'm gonna use the Unkillable from the story Menita first. Alright, let's jump. Let's see if we have to do either way around, or it's fine that I'll just do this. Obviously this one is another team that you probably need to select the boss because Acrisia otherwise is gonna use the A3 on the minions, but not now. Like you need to select on the boss right now, so you can wait. It's more when Acrisia use the next turn is gonna use the single the A3 basically, the single target skill. Okay, it's gonna go in. So here we go. So now this Menita should put the Unkillable. Okay, now I use the 1. Wait, is it this one then? Okay, I did a screw up. Okay, yeah, so now I need to change the rotation. I'm gonna do a run now. Okay, so let's jump into here. Let's change these settings. So what I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna open up with Acrisia 1. It's probably better, and that means I'm gonna delay the fast Menita by 2 turns. So I'm gonna open up with this, use this skill first, the A2, and then I'm gonna use this one last. And that means this Menita is gonna open up with the Unkillable on his first turn. It's gonna go basically after Acrisia and the first Menita, and he's gonna put the Unkillable for 2 turns. Because the thing is, when this Menita put the Unkillable and Acrisia gets a turn, she's only gonna have it for 1 turn, and then she gets the booster meter with the A3, and she's gonna lose it straight away. So I think this is the right things to do. Let's have a look. Maybe I can change that, but I need to play around a bit with the with this new speed basically. And you don't have to, like, if you know you don't get to the screen straight away, you still got a few moment to basically click on the boss. It's not like with the Newt that you have to be very fast, because Newt is like the second champions to go. So here we go. So I think now we are fine, because this minute now is should put the unkillable now. Yep. So now we got a 2-turn unkillable, and Akisa's gonna use the A3 next turn. So let's have a look. Okay, now she used the A1. Okay, I need to figure out probably what's going on here with Acrisia, but yeah, you got my point. Once I fix the tuning with the Maniter unkillable, it's fine. We actually got a decent course piece. I'm gonna keep this one even if it's a 5-star. So the chief of the showcase, guys, I'm pretty sad that I could only showcase Acrisia now, but we're gonna get a champion that is gonna be even better than Acrisia. It's a triple AoE enemy max HP hit. So if you can use Marius or Acrisia and then use Nut, for example, you can do this as well. Okay, so bear with me, start grinding Marius, trying to get it done before the end of the year, and then you can finally speed farm this boss that, as I mentioned at the start of the video, is probably the most tough boss in the whole game. It's very hard to speed farming because it's just gonna kill the whole team, and the only way to do it right now is either you click on the boss and use this kind of teams, or you have Siegfried. They can save your team with the block damage, but they're not viable option, right? So not everybody has Siegfried, not everybody is willing to be in front of the screen and click the boss in order to do this dungeon. So I get there. So we just need to be more patient and wait for the Marius mission to be over basically. Now I'm gonna show you the builds on the champions. So Acrisia, it's in this nuts build. It's crazy, guys. I wasn't really sure if this was the right build on Acrisia, and guys, I gotta say it's actually the right one. I did the run the other day on Hydra, and she went crazy. She went crazy, and I beat my record. I reached 500 million on Nightmare. I've seen things that I've never seen before. I saw a AoE that did like 10 million, guys. I saw a 10 million increase of my damage after Acrisia took a turn. I wish I would have recorded that damage, but I wasn't recording. So hopefully I can showcase that one day. The camera that I use is built in Little Set. That's the build on my Seer. She just with a lot of damage and 220 speed. These are the monitor that I use. One of the monitor that I use in my Clan Boss Steve is nothing special. I'm gonna bring up the other one. They're just in random gear just to get the speed right. This is my Siegfried, is in Savage and Cruel set. I want to change this build so badly. I'm waiting to ascend these pieces later because I don't wanna get stuck on the Marius mission where you have to upgrade those pieces to 6, but maybe I got enough to do pieces to 6 anyway, so I don't have to do this. I'm gonna double check when I get to the third part. I'm very close to there. And these are my nut. One is in Lito and the other one is just in 3 random sets just to get the speed and the defense high enough. This is the manita that I use. Is a different one. Is at 188 speed, and it's always gonna be the first one if he's at this speed, because once I get the masteries on my Siegfried, he's gonna become the fastest with this one here. So it's gonna be at 270. That's why having this champion 188 is fine. And the Royal Guard I built, one is in random pieces and the other one I think is in 4 pieces of speeds and just a bit of accuracy. And this Royal Guard has to be faster than Acrisia, okay? So you got 255 with Acrisia and you got 256 and 258. And it's very important to be over 250 because the boss, the Ice Golem stage 10 armor is 250 speed, I think, or 240. Make sure you're faster than him, and don't do the 10% cap. Hold that damage a little bit. You don't have to proc the secret skill at the start of the fight. You want a Xiao, any other champion, can be a nut, but with nut you have to single target the boss, right? So you need to click on the boss and they can proc the secret skill, and then your team is gonna get wiped and Sigurd's gonna revive everybody. So guys, that's it for the showcase. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know if you got any question. I'm gonna keep working and trying to find accessible champion that can be used to replace this, especially Seekru and Maneater. This duo. Maybe I can find another champion, like maybe you can have a reviver in Stone Skin, slow, that's gonna revive the whole team at the boss, something like that. I'm not sure yet, but as soon as I'm gonna find out a new composition, I'm gonna showcase it straight away. Like always, drop a like to support the channel. Take care and enjoy your weekend. See ya.